Cell phone contracts, they may be a thing of the past. We've been doing a lot of complaining about things, the internet and airlines. Now we're going to talk cell phones. This one might be a positive story here. The CEO of Verizon, Lowell McAdam, is saying he's going to consider killing cell phone contracts if, quote, consumers demand it. You know, T-Mobile is dropping contracts now. People can just pay for a month and get out. And the New York Times they broke down the numbers, and I thought this was incredible. If you were to go with T-Mobile with a comparable plan on Verizon, but instead of Verizon you went with T-Mobile, over 2 years you could save about $960. So finally, these small groups, you know, we got 4 companies, let's say, that run everything. They're starting to do things different, and it might work to our advantage. How do you feel about the cell phone and freedom? Why are we locked into these contracts?
I didn't know T-Mobile was still in business, so when I read that article...
You have that really big cell phone, don't you? The one that's like the size of a purse?
I was like, when people say I have T-Mobile, I'm like, do you have like the Reynolds wrapper on the eaters on the TV?
Yeah,
it just
the
didn't even
Zach
realize.
Morris giant.
Yeah. You know. I don't know. It's we're getting robbed. It's like, you know, and then it's like a 2-year contract, then your phone breaks down inevitably. And like 2 months before the contract, you come in and like, you know, the phone's in 3 parts and they're like, well, if you sign a new contract, you can get 7 new phones, and you're just like, oh, it's just handcuffed. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. But you're so dependent on it. It's just, I literally was went to a comedy club.
When you text 100 racist comments a day,
I need to text people like I hate. But I literally, I was going to a comedy club and I forgot my phone. And it felt like the end of the world. I was just like, this is insane.
I don't know
You're
my
just
jokes.
so
I can't steal anybody's act.
No, I was like the map. I didn't know where I was. It literally felt like I was like, oh my God, this is. I would rather not have my wallet or like have it makes you crazy, and you realize how dependent you are on it, and they have you. They have you
Even
in the
the
palm of
fact
their
that
hand.
now we know who's calling us. You remember, it was only about 10 years ago that you would pick up a phone in a house and not know who was on the other end.
Yeah.
Now you would never do that on your cell phone. Would you ever pick up a random
call if they don't?
You have them all blocked, but you would never pick up why would I ever pick up? This thing could blow up.
Sometimes I roll the dice and I answer it, and then I'm like, oh,
nothing
why?
ever good. Yeah.
Why?
Has anything ever
nothing.
good come out of a random number that's calling you? No, nothing.
Well, I don't know about you boys on Manhunt, but I don't know how that works. But yeah, no, nothing for me personally has ever come out of.
I switched cell phones last week, carriers, because I moved to a new part of LA.
Okay.
And I had 1 bar, and I could not get cell phone service at my new home.
How many bars do you have now?
It's like 4 or 5. It's like a beautiful thing.
Do you want to tell us who you switched to? Are you
I
feeling
switched
good about
to
it?
AT&T, and
you're getting better.
And you're getting better.
I know.
That's never been said before, ever.
No, I'm getting, and it's like, wow, I was with Sprint, and they charged me $350 to leave, so I will trash them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm really content. I'm getting service in all these, well, there's a couple dead spots, but everybody, you know, I'm getting so much better service than I had. And like, while people were working on my new house, I go, who's your cell phone carrier? How many bars do you have? And AT&T won. You know, we did the test, and it's kind of crappy. I used to live in the hills, and I used to live near this hill, and there were cell phone towers at the top, and they wanted to put a new tower up. And one of these neighbors was going around saying, sign a petition so they don't put a cell phone tower up. And everybody's like, are you crazy? What is wrong with you? I want one in my backyard.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
It's really like pathetic though. That's like I know I'm totally attached, and we were literally like, we'll be in an area and it's like, how many bars do you like? This is our conversation now. Like, this is what we talk about.
We've started the show by talking about texting, and we're ending it talking about cell phones.
Yeah.
But really, these contracts. I mean, can you think of anything else that we're held hostage the way we are with these cell phone contracts?
well, you started by talking about terrorists, and you're ending by talking about terrorists.
there you go. Exactly. So, no, but really, is there anything else that do you pay out 2 years of anything else that you do in your day-to-day operation?
I like to say I've reached a level with a mortgage, but I haven't been not quite there yet. When you work for a stand-up comedy nonprofit company.
But you know what? T-Mobile will change the business. If Verizon falls, then it's only a matter of time. It's like the airline business, and then they will start charging you per text because they realize they're not making any money on cell phones anymore.
And then I won't have to be racist.
You can't
full
help
circle,
it.
full circle.
You can't help it.
Bonobos.com is the official outfitter of the Rubin Report. I want to put you in this slim fit shirt. Go to bonobos.com, enter code TRR20 for 20% off your next purchase.